So we're doing some Final Fantasy. And we're going to start with PvP. What could possibly go wrong? A lot of things, I imagine. First off, forgetting how to play PvP. Let's see. What's up, Dad? What's up, Rexus? Ooh, they have rewards now? Oh, because I'm level 90, I guess they have rewards now. Less than 5. It's not insta-pop anymore. It's close, but it's not instant. It's close, but not quite instant. I need to change my Insta portrait. Oh, so they got some cool ones. I bought some extras, but... Okay, I was about to say, like, I hope my bar is ready. Man, zooming. Man, scooting around. Why? How? How are they so quick? He's bouncing off the walls, man. He's bouncing off the walls. He's going nuts. Whoops, gotta go. This is not the map I wanted, but... Ah, I see. I still have cardio on you. You're fine. We're starting fresh. We're starting hot. Yeah, the 6.1 PvP is fantastic, I gotta say. Like, it feels so good to play. Oh, a second KO. Ooh, the healer's about to go down! Oh, there it goes. I am not pushing the point at all, but I am applying the dirtiest of debuffs. Ooh, that sage is out. Ooh, boy. And now 3, 2, shield. Oh, I can't help you. Oh, maybe I can, actually. Nope, I can't. See ya. Gotta go. Gotta go. And now I am completely shielded. Unfortunately, so is he. That's regrettable, honestly. Ah, the PvP feels so good. Yes. I'll do this for the mount. I do this for the cosmetics. I do this for the glamour. I probably should have opened up with the Toxicon. Ooh. Man, I will say late night PvP seems to be pretty sweaty. That tank is going to be annoying to kill. Oh, good timing on the... Yeah, there it is. That was solid. All right, now we'll see. Not top 5. Number 1. Top 5. Top 5. Okay. But hey, that's pretty good. Now, the main thing is where's my PvP profile to see where the milestones are. I need to get to 25, which, you know, is going to take a hot minute. But I'm not keen on that map, though. That's the problem. That map's kind of so-so for me. But I'm greatly digging the 6.1 PvP. It's much better than I remember Frontlines being. Sick beard. Ah. They have 2 healers. We got 2 tanks. There we go. Alright. Let's do one more and then quest. Yo, what up? Hello? Slide around. Oh, I can't target anybody yet. I'm trying to debuff as much as I can and just stay at range. is. Healer v healer, baby. That'd be too much of a waste. All I gotta do is run you away from the point as best I can. Which, that was the best I can. I need to make that one. Is that Shift M or Control M? And Samurai's a big target just because he's got big damage, but a healer definitely needs to be the first one out. Why would you do something so bold? Ah. Wait, how did the other guy shield it? Oh, he must have dropped it early. I need to have a burst. I need to have a class with some burst for this map. Ah, it wasn't too bad. Good warm-ups. Oh, I keep forgetting to check, like, exactly how much I get per thing. I got, like, 250 out of that? Oh, God, it's gonna be a long time to level up. Alright, let's go for quests. Ah, right, the carrot thing. Need to try on a set of clothes. Ah, the Weaver! Embodies my bloodlust. Fashionable. I will take fashionable and refined. Fashionable, right. This will only take a moment. What do I have? Oh, it's a robe. It's a robe with a goofy face. I mean, the gloves are okay. A perfect fit, if I do say so myself. I'll be honest, I know nothing of fashion, let alone fashion on Etheris, but I'd wager no one down there has ever worn anything like this fine ensemble. I can assure you that no one has ever decided to wear this. I speak with my fellow artisans. I'm sure they're happy to oblige. You must continue wearing these in order to progress. To your map for the garment changes area effects. Oh, this is terrible. It's like a robe and a dress. And no pants. It's just shoes. And the colors are all mismatched. The gloves are fine. The mask, I don't know what the mask is, but the gloves are fine. Like, I like the gloves. Like trigger gloves. Driving gloves. Wish to try my clothes? Do you have anything in mind? Something with a little more flair. I think I can handle that. Oh dear God. Alright. Oh, wait. Pants were okay. Times and tastes truly have changed. It used to be so rare for anyone to request clothing with a focus on form over function. A spare concept for robes using different fabric. The mask is the same. Show Living Way. I'm sure she'll be eager to see. But am I wearing like shirts as, you know what? It's fine. Again, no pants. The shoes are better, but no pants. How do I look? I look like shit, apparently. All right, Living Way. Look upon me and weep. Result of much trial and error, but I know quality work when I see it. You needn't speak. I can see your adoration for the mood and relubricates in your eyes. No doubt your friends feel the same, having sampled our creations. Like the carrots and the terrible robes. None of this matches. I'm sorry? Now hang on a minute. The red... Okay, never mind. Oh, yeah, that's something. That's okay. That's moderate. Can we talk about those gloves, though? It's an ensemble most becoming. Who's gonna crack a smile first? Who's cracking a smile first? Nobody. I think it's past time to return these clothes. They know nothing of how Orzians like live. I was so confident our garments would meet your approval. Whatever are we doing wrong? The Watcher taught us that in his time, everyone wore the same robes. To do otherwise was against social etiquette. We thought we could appeal to modern taste by tailoring these robes to specific professions, but... Nah. Please, you mustn't be so hard on yourself. Should we resort to evacuating the people of Etheris, we'll most certainly have need of your attire. It has clearly spared no effort in addressing our needs, but you must understand that we are not quite so... homogeneous. Speaking for myself, what I wear now better suits my taste, even if it is of inferior make. But there are others whose choices may be influenced by traditions or personal experience. Rather than make assumptions for the whole, you must consider the individual and their potential preferences. I fear we've underestimated the complexity and diversity of your people. Even if we memorized every tome we received, I doubt we have fared much further. Maybe we're doing you a disservice trying to shower you with our baubles and frippery, thinking it was for your benefit when you'd be better off on your own. There are some who might agree, people who prefer to keep others at arm's length even when they know they shouldn't. And you're one to talk. As one such form... Oh, there you go. This plan to evacuate and escape the final days. Did it account for the reflections of the source as well? Ah, well, shit. Not that I'm aware of. We were born of Heidelin's love for Etheris and the salvation of people of that star, and that star alone. It's ever been our aim. Surely it's better to devote ourselves to saving one world than to divide our efforts across 14 and risk failing them all. Well, it's not 14. There's a few missing ones. Living Way, might we leave to explore best ways burrow unattended? You have given us much to think about. Why, certainly. Until later, then. Let's go eat some carrots. And I say that not because I'm a rabbit man, but because there's literally nothing else on the ship. If I may, I'd like to accompany thee a while longer. Really? I mean, you're more than welcome to. There was actually something I wish to speak with you about. Let's be off then, shall we? Oh god, they're colluding. Don't trust anything Orion J says. He is a different breed of person. Orionge's customs are not any... Hey, what's up, dude? Are not anyone else's customs. Everyone's been talking about the visitors from Etheris, and I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. I was excited at first, but now I'm worried. What if the people of Etheris refuse to come? What if we can't save them? It's clear we've made a mess of things. Oh, but wait. You still haven't visited the domiciles. Once you see them, you'll understand how wonderful the moon truly is. I'm sure of it. I'm waiting for you by the teleporter near the entrance. Oh, and the name's Growing Way, by the way. See you soon. Growing Way? If it's not Living Way... Does that one run the housing? Because then it wouldn't... It wouldn't quite make sense. Growing Way. Their names are supposed to be tailored to whatever their professions are. And if the farmer is named Cooking Way, or the food producer, I guess. Oh, I want to fly so bad, but they won't let you here. I think Hopping Way's the navigator. I think. Oh, it's just Gemstone Trader. Hello, Growing Way. You're here. You're really here. Thank you. Thank you so much. What should I call you? Zeke is fun. Zeke Elder, eh? Crikey, even your names are amazing. Well, we'll be using this teleporter into the residential area whenever you're ready. Can I get to buy... Can I get a house yet? It's been so long. I want a house. What is that voice? What? Shit threw me off. Can you say like a line? Like two, maybe? I'm not allowed in the domiciles.
Huh? Access to living quarters restricted due to reconstruction. Then where is it? Oh no!
Oh yeah, because the resident...
A private audience, as thou didst request, for reasons I know not.
Just a precaution. I'd rather I didn't have to ask the question at all, but I take my responsibilities very, very seriously. Do you and your friends, by any chance, find our accommodation wanting? Be honest, brutally even.
Yes, absolutely.
'Twould be ungracious of me to belittle the efforts of thee and thine.
Lovely sentiment, really. But the disappointment is writ plain on your comrades' faces. It's all the more frustrating since no one will come out and say what they find wanting.
Well, Orionge is brutally honest, if nothing else, so... he's probably the best one to come forward with it.
If there are faults in our work, we need to know. We can, we will do better. But time is not on our side. The final days will wait for no one. If your people are to be saved, we must take quick and decisive action. This vessel must serve as a home for as many passengers as possible, for far longer than we may like. Which brings me to my request.
Diversify your food and that's basically it, really.
Are doing what they can to prepare for the voyage. Would you be willing to go and lend them a hand? Having seen the moon for yourself, you could speak to its many splendors, learn what else they might require, and assuage whatever concerns they have.
Are you the ambassador for the moon now?
Wherefore wouldst thou entrust me with such a task?
How to put it? You're the only one who appears not to be wholly unsatisfied with our work.
I didn't list. The gloves were fine.
Quite good at pretending that's the case, at least. Calm, collected, tactful to a fault. Very particular with your words, too.
He's a very particular gentleman.
You understand that, in the face of great danger, one cannot pursue perfection at the expense of practicality. The difficult choices must often be made for the greater good.
And so fate doth conspire to set my feet upon this path once more.
You're the middleman.
Come again?
He was the middleman before. It's fine.
Ah, idle musings. 'Tis no trifle, thou dost ask. Yet full well do I understand the urgency and necessity.
Oh, dear me! Dear me! I'm terribly sorry for the mix-up. It's a bit of a malfunction. I hadn't realized the residential quarters were inaccessible, you see.
Nah, it's fine. They're under construction.
But you're still in one piece. So, all's well that ends well, yes? Won't happen again. I promise.
Alright, well, he's gonna go to the Charlayan Archives or whatever. I'm assuming. It's like the only area that is collecting stuff. Hello, Garongme. Hey, Misanthrope. Gosh, that was embarrassing. I promised to be more careful from now on. Since the residential quarters are closed for now, I rerouted the teleporter to allow travel between floors instead. Hopefully it proves useful in the meantime. A shame you couldn't see it, though. You would have really liked it. It was okay. You're gonna give me gear that's sub-level 90, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Each time we woke up, we'd have long discussions about how to save as many of you as we can. Felt like everyone had an opinion on this or that. But the one thing we all agreed upon was the people of Etheris wouldn't take action to save themselves until it was far too late. That's why we're striving to make the moon a vibrant, magical place they'd hop at the chance to visit, rather than waiting for the flames of oblivion to get them off their tails and force them to accept our invitation. The residential quarters may not be up to the necessary standards just yet, but there are plenty of other places worth seeing. You've already had a look around the Caratorium, but wait until you see what's waiting for you at the end of the east end of the barrow. Follow me. All's veil that ends veil. Damn it. I'm gonna assume that I jump down. Fuck it. That wasn't too bad. I've had worse falls. Oh. Good, you're here. Through this door is the Grace End Veil. It was named as such because it's the veil to end all veils, the most beautiful forest you'll ever see. I understand the people of Etheris enjoy taking leisurely walks through natural spaces and the like, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it. How about we start with a nice stroll to the fountain? This way. So that's why you're growing way, because you do the park and stuff? So I'll find out why you're called Growing Way. Aha! Let's see, reading way, you're probably a librarian. Grinding way, I don't really want to know. Is this your forest? It's like... This is creepy. There are currents inside here, trying to knock them out. Dude, I just want to fly. I just want to fly. I'll pay for a taxi. The ground speed in this game has always been really rough. Super rough. Damn it. Almost there. Just need 800 more. Oh, hey look, speaking of. Is there gonna require missions to do? Oh, it's the whole moon. Damn. Yeah, but riding maps only work on the ground. I'm not gonna spend stuff on riding mats. What do you think of the forest? Isn't it positively pleasant, simply sublime? I couldn't see the forest or the trees. 'Tis as transcendent as burying your face in a chocobo's plumage and taking a good long whiff. It's pretty good. You think so? Truly? You say that means more to me than you know. Personally, I'd say this place is the pride of the borough. Building this place was a challenge, let me tell you. Since we were born here, we've never seen trees in person before, let alone a forest. The information sent by our collaborators was quite enlightening, but after much deliberation, we decided to use crystalline constructs in place of living trees. And thanks to our atmospheric circulation system, this place produces air as clean as you'd find any forest in Ethris. Yeah, but you still need, like, actual... Alright. The fountain here behind us, powered by the rather large crystal adorning its top, plays a vital role in supplying us with fresh water. Much time and effort was spent making it the most spherical of spheres, and I dare say its unparalleled roundness speaks for itself. I enjoy nothing more than a long, nice stretch and a spot of relaxation whenever I come up here. You look like you could do with a stretch yourself. Big stretch, everybody. Big stretch. Big stretch. Feel more relaxed simply watching you. A sight worth the many years spent building this place. It's not too much to ask. It's always been a dream of mine to take a walk through this forest with someone from Ethris. Could we, maybe? Oh, we're gonna go for... You will? Oh, be still, my quivering whiskers. Excuse me? We shall go on a journey together. We shall stroll the forest path. You're gonna need some actual trees, though, dude. One thing you will need is legit trees. I was thinking, see, that I could be more helpful to you by teaching you a little about the moon and what it is we do. When we were first created, the moon's sole purpose was to hold Zodiark, and there was absolutely nothing to be found here. Eventually, Heidelin gave us our first task. Furnish the moon with propulsion systems capable of facilitating travel to other stars. That was number one? That was like on the top of the do list? Because that's a big ask. It sounds impressive, and I suppose in some respects it is, but it was only possible thanks to all the knowledge Heidelin shared with us. We also had a lot of time to get it done. 6,000 years, give or take. But anyway, let's keep going. I've discovered a new location. This may come as a surprise, but we didn't begin building the habitable areas until after the propulsion systems were ready. Considering how long it took, I wish we started sooner. Would have thought we'd need 4,000 years to make all this. It certainly wasn't work you dare rush either. We had to create infrastructure and countless supporting systems, some of which wouldn't be operational until hundreds of years later. And there was that brief period where our productivity came to a screeching halt, and that bizarre red satellite was sent up from Ethris. The Elegant's mischief, I think. We thought maybe some new nefarious actor was colluding with Zodiark. All we could do was stand by and brace ourselves for the worst. What? I can't tell you how relieved we were when Heidelin informed of its destruction. Oh yes, there was much joyous humming that. Oh, Dalamud. That was Bahamut encased in a moon or something. Say, do you notice anything peculiar about the treetops? I mean, apart from the fact they're massive crystals and not trees. I'll give you a hint. It's the golden rings emanating from the glowing spheres. Oh, yeah. Along with a device fixed near the ceiling, they fill a role similar to our sun, and do so better even. The sun and similar celestial objects in the great expanse radiate energy that is harmful to your bodies. These rings shield you from that energy while allowing you to bathe in the perfect amount of sunlight, or rather a close approximation of it. Cool. Pretty impressive, wouldn't you say? Oh, and if you look closely, you'll see different types of trees, have ever so slightly different curvature. Yes, indeed, the forest truly is the greatest. I mean, there's some of those, but... There was something else I want to tell you about. Oh, right. The propulsion system and the habitat facilities were completed around 2,000 years ago, and with that, the most important features were fit for purpose. Which was all well and good, except we still knew absolutely nothing about the present-day people of Atheris. Why not go and visit Atheris yourself, you might ask? Strictly forbidden. Were our technology or knowledge of the moon's true purpose exploited for evil ends, the results could be disastrous. Then there were a few more rejoinings, and it became increasingly difficult to converse with Heidelin. Fearful we might lose the ability to communicate with her altogether, we beseech her to find people in Atheris we could trust to help. We were quite fortunate everything worked as it did. So you're the ones that... No, wait, that was after the rejoinings. Warriors of Light were a thing beforehand. Oh. Charlene. I'm banking on it being Charlene. With the exception of routine inspections and maintenance, we remained asleep and waited. Hopefully Heidelin would find someone who would help us. Eventually she did. Though her power was waning, we were able to speak to them directly for a short while. We shared with them everything we could, including our knowledge of the heavens and a means to travel here to the moon. Oh, there to the moon. They certainly didn't waste any time with what we taught them. No more than a few years after that, our collaborators found a means to convey messages and supplies to us from down below. With all the letters, books, and other resources they sent, we learned enough to start making more meaningful changes to the moon. Charlatans. And now you're here, hopefully enjoying yourself as much as I am. You're gonna have to update the trees, but that's fine. I knew you would like the greatest Endsvale. I knew it. Thank you again for coming here, by the way. I know it was just a walk through the forest, but it means a lot to me. Hey. There you are. I take it you've already received the grand tour. A shame we missed it. Growing Way, I've been looking all over for you. Assuming it's another rabbit, it's Living Way. Is this about the teleporter to the residential area? No, never mind that. We have more pressing matters at hand. I will be calling an emergency meeting shortly, and your attendance is required. Really? I can't imagine why you need me there, but if you insist. We won't be away long, so you are all more than welcome to continue looking about the burrow. Now come along, Growing Way. Hey, Round J, you're going down to the library? Before we arrived, you seemed to be in the midst of a rousing conversation with your guide. Did you learn anything of import? I mean, there's a teleporter that goes back and forth. That's about it, really. The trees are fake. Spoiler. They've spent 12,000 years preparing for this? With the appointed hour fast approaching, I can certainly understand their restlessness, but still. It remains to be seen if the people can be persuaded to evacuate when there are yet no signs of the final days. What's more, the technology of this place defies imagination. I doubt there are many who would readily come to terms with living in such surroundings. The trees? Whoever those collaborators are, unless they are possessed of the world's most charming personalities or a means to forcibly evacuate people, they will meet with a great deal of resistance. Oh, the Charlayans only want to evacuate themselves because they know the final days are approaching. They don't give a fuck about anybody else. Brutal. Indeed. Even if faced with annihilation, the decision to forsake all one knows. Yeah, something. Forgive me, friends, but I must beg your leave. There is another matter which yet begs for mine attention. Of course, we can accompany you if you like. Nay, that will not be necessary, if you will excuse me. So he's going out. So that's the reason why the Charlayan council or whatever couldn't talk about anything, because they knew about it. But if they, I think if they're cursed or something and they talk about it, they just wipes their memory or something. Preparation for the evacuation of Atheris is indeed crucial, but I'm not yet willing to forsake our world and its reflections, and I trust I'm not alone in my reticence. Did Urianger seem strange to you? More than usual, I mean. Much for giving his own counsel, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. Remain here and see what we can learn about the final days. Shit. Wait! It's actually faster if I do this. True carrot crimes. Yeah, because last I played of Endwalker, the Charlayans, rather, were acquiring as much cultural information, knowledge, research, everything, as much as they can, and they were not collecting, like, people. So they want to be the sole... Oh god, they're gonna throw the entirety of Eorzea under the bus, aren't they? They're gonna take everything and leave. They're gonna watch the world, but some men want to watch the world burn. That's brutal. That's cold as shit. That's my bet. I'm calling it. Come, Chocobo. We must sprinting tackle Urian J. Oh, there's gonna be a whole, like, family dissolve thing with Alphanode and Alisei, because their dad's part of the council, if I remember right. So he knows about the whole thing, and he didn't really require or request his kids to come back. Well, no, he did! He did earlier on. Like, whenever it was like, you need to help us, Charlayan, and they're like, I want my kids to come home, and then that was it. Man, he's cold as shit. Finally got my summoner to level 90 today, and I love that it's a cheat code to get a healer to 90. Yeah, it is. Get your scholar. Straight up a cheat code. Must tread carefully, else he might sense your presence. I have to sneak up on Urian J? You mean the all-knowing astrologian god man? That's a bold ask. What's up, Argos? And pivot and turn. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure how close to him I can get. Probably not, like, very close. Oh, yeah, this is the second one I've seen. The other one was in... Shadowbridge? No, that was also an Endwalker. Oh. I very much, like, dislike these missions. Yo, my man! Man, pop sprint on cooldown. Nani? My guy, you waited until my sprint wore off? Oh, there we go. Duty complete. A sprinting tackle.
Thine arrival is timely as ever.
I could have been faster. And it teleported a few times. How does Reaper
Thou
play?
didst chance to overhear my conversation with Living Way, I presume? 'Twas not mine intent to move in shadow. Nevertheless, I have been asked to do that and more yet again.
Not too complex, like weaving a bunch of different things?
Is it so plain that these strangers could intuit it at a glance? My capacity for silence and secrecy and duplicity. and Grahatir did contrive to deliver the first at the price of his own life. I was complicit in the scheme. A sacrifice averted for a mercy.
Easier than
Would
Sage?
that I could say the same for Minfilia. One life for one world. And by that bloody bargain brokered by my hand were the scions robbed of a dear comrade, and Flamine her beloved daughter. Two souls, whose selflessness was beyond measure, whose resolve was unshakable. They would not be moved even had I thought to protest. But protest I did not. Far from it. I pushed them forward. No effort did I make to seek out alternatives. Ones that would not demand such terrible costs.
It's not a timing game
That
like Bard. Well,
resignation
Bard's
weighs
procs.
heavy on my mind,
Say with a
as
dancer.
does the memory of another lost to mine inaction. Dearest Moonbringer, who did face death unflinching, that we might secure a means to bring low the Ascians.
I have to pause that right there. Moonbrida, in I think A Realm Reborn, was someone who literally, for no reason, jumped in front of a laser beam and died. It was an altercation between two people, and Moonbrida was like, I got this, and dove in front of a laser beam and died. Completely avoidable. There was no reason for it. Just needed to give some context to that, because there's two deaths in this game that keep getting brought up about being super emotional that make no sense. It's Moonbrida and Horshavant. Both of their deaths meant nothing. There was no reason for it. Let's continue.
In her hour of need, I did naught. Dutiful disciple of Louisoix, ever looking to the greater good. Had I shut mine eyes and bid her live instead, mayhap she would be with us today.
I don't need to bow my head. I know she was dumb about it.
Selfish wants, born of everlasting regrets. Most days I put them from my mind, but could think of naught else when asked to swallow the same bitter draught. Subterfuge and sacrifice. Mayhap the right moral choice, but one I regard with great trepidation. The calamity of Amarot was a tragedy beyond reckoning. One which must never again come to pass. Thus must we struggle, haunted by ghosts of those we have lost, clinging to those we pray we can yet save. But what of those we cannot? How do we make peace with the dreadful algebra of necessity?
You're describing triage. Ooh. Ooh. There is no right answer.
I am not alone in my discomfort, then.
Reaper doesn't rely on any procs, if I remember correctly. It's basically
Surprising.
building meteors and transitioning Reaper form for big damage.
We scions are wont to debate
Build,
strategy at
DPS
length,
dump.
but are resolute and unwavering in execution. Strange. Scarcely can I remember when last we spoke alone, and so candidly. I thank thee. For all my supposed skill with words, I find it difficult to express such private thoughts. As for the Loporrit's proposition, I will take time and consider how to respond. 'Twould be to our mutual benefit if we could converse more openly with our aspiring caretakers. A concern I should be glad to address on the Scion's behalf. To dispense with all pretense and bare one's heart to another is a frightening thing indeed. But we cannot move forward ere we take that bold first step. A lesson I have learned many times before. And today.
Yeah, the world is coming to an end, and we're gonna live on an arc shuttle of the moon. I feel like if there was no other time, candidness right now would make more sense.
Curse these ears! I've had bugger all! No matter. We've got our plans.
Ah. May, I say, for there's no guarantee of success. 'Tis the reason I set out alone. That failure should have come would be mine to bear alone. Thou standest before me with proffered hand and open heart. 'Twould be remiss of me to refuse thy amity. So I ask, wouldst thou join in mine endeavor? Yeah, to Charlayan. Should now be long away from Bestway's burrow. Difficult decisions must be made in the coming days, but I nevertheless believe that we are all of one mind in our desire to save the people of Ethris. Give them a gift? Why do we give the Loporrits a gift when we could just go start saving people? Listen. Let's go just start saving people. They might not be keen on the idea of moving to the moon, but we have like some burlap sacks we can toss people in, right? I mean, the Lalafell will be quick to move. I chanced to spy this aggregation when crossing Zodiac's erstwhile prison. The spell taught me by the new move. I believe that they shall suffice for the gift I would fashion. The magic requireth considerable concentration, however. Might I prevail upon thee to stand watch whilst I perform the incantation? You want me just like square up with some local wildlife? Start busting out? I'm a sage, so you can't... Oh wait, I need a shield, so thank you. Hit me with it, it's fine. Exactly, I have a shield. What are you gonna do? See, there it goes. Uh-huh. Oh, shit. Numa! Oh, that didn't do too much. Reaper is going to take a while to learn, I feel. Because, like, the muscle memory I have is just basically for the Sage, you know? Like, I don't have the muscle memory for anything else. Ah, oh, positionals are the bane of my existence. I'm so glad, though, they removed positionals from the monk. Or the samurai. They removed positionals from one of them. There, 'tis done. A magic ink every ounce as efficacious as crafted by the new moon. Rare is the occasion I would conjure mine own, but it nevertheless a most useful skill. The resulting product is admittedly possessed of no preternatural properties, but its hue is one of mine own choosing, which I pray the Loporrits will appreciate. Dick, Oriange, oh thank goodness, I thought you'd been eaten or had perhaps fallen into a crater. Ishtola has been looking all over for you, Zeke. She says she needs to speak with you about something most urgent, dire even. She was also quite clear that she wishes to speak with Zeke alone, which means I'm afraid you must stay behind, Oriange. But worry not, it just so happens we need your help with an errand, delivering a package from the Watcher's Palace to Bestway's Barrow. It's quite large and heavy, perhaps even too heavy for we poor Loporrits. We would ever be so grateful if you could lend us a hand. How about an extra pair of hands before I go and meet a Stola? That won't be necessary. Raja's help should be more than suffice. And I'm sure you don't want to risk getting on Stola's bad side by keeping her waiting. She seems prickly. Now off with you. Worry not, Zeke. I shan't be long. They're going to brainwash Orion J. He's going to go, oh, man. Well, he's dead. Well, he's not dead, but he might die. I don't know if I want to bid on a house. I see people in Novice Network talking about it. I just wish it was private housing. Like, I don't want to get into the housing of this game unless it's private housing that I won't just lose. Like, the apartment, I can go back to it. I still have that. That's all, like, pre-made and shit. Like, I can stop playing for a year, go back, and it's still there. The housing is like, oh, you don't log in for a month or whatever, you lose it. I need instanced housing. I need the private island system. That's what I want. Oh, Zeke, we thought you'd be away for far longer. Didn't you need me? A dire emergency? I said no such thing. But as you're here, I could use your assistance with one small matter. Running Way, companion of Growing Ways, apparently has much to tell us of the final days. The problem, however, is that he is determined to live up to his name, refusing to stay still long enough for us to hold a conversation. Is there any way he's likely to stop and rest, or perhaps there's a way to slow him down? To trip him? What's the rush? I was thinking we should wait here, maybe enjoy a cold mug of carrot juice, and... No, it's really that important. You can try using these balls of mouse flesh, not to be confused with the other thing. What? Running Way's other notable feature is his incessant chatter, so you'll have no trouble finding him in a crowd. But when you do, try lobbing your balls at him. It's gonna like. Try lobbing your balls at him. All right. Whoops. Crude, but if it proves effective, he was here in Grace Endville when last I saw him. Let's split up and find him. Got it? So do I take the pants off first? They're balls of mouse flesh. Slap them with your... hit him with mouse balls. Got him. Ow, that's smart. This is meant to be a joke. It isn't funny. It's the only one that was running that was talking. I slapped him right in the mouth with my balls. One-shot him. Hey, sorry about the ball thing. Yes, I'm running away. Do you mind explaining why you hit me in the face with your balls of mouse? Okay. Okay. I'm highly knowledgeable about the final days. Now, the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard since I woke up. Who told you that joke? As we've got time to look in the final days, there wasn't much to do before the Great Voyage. It's true that Highland did impart us some knowledge of the event, but I know about as much as any other lopper around here. Less, probably. I don't know why anyone would think it's funny to go around telling people I'm an expert, but they better hope I don't get my paws on them. Yeah? Sorry, I couldn't be of any more help, but if there's nothing else, I have work to do. Get off? Oh. Well, I have more balls to hit him with, I guess. Ishtola, I hit him with my balls. He did not give me what I needed. I could find neither hide nor hair of him. How did you fare? Alliteration hurts my brain. so he knows no more than the others. Care to explain yourself, Growing Way? Well, you see, I misremembered. Yeah, that's it, I misremembered. Terribly sorry about that. Afraid I'm drawing a blank, though. Try as I might, I can't remember who I was thinking of. On an unrelated note, what of Urion J? I assume you spoke with him earlier, but did he say when he'll be returning? He's gonna go to the Charlene Archives to talk to some people. On his way to the Watcher's Palace with Living Way? That's not what I said, but sure. Between Growing Way's sudden lapse of memory and our lack of other leads, maybe our time would be better spent lending Urion J a hand. What? No, hold on a moment. It's all coming back to me. Yes, I remember. No, you don't. The information you're looking for is in the archives. That's where you'll find all sorts of useful knowledge, including the pertaining to the final days. We won't, but we'll split up. I'll go help Urion J. Another pair of eyes on the archives. It's better. Oh, what to do? What to do? I promised them we would help it. No, I promised I'd help, so that's what I'll do. The archives are on the second floor of the main plaza, the eastern wing. Follow me. Do I have to actually follow you, or can I expect the lower parts are up to something? But if there was ought to be learned on the final days, I think it's best we play along. For now, at least. To the best ways, Burrow! I'm seeing a lot of, like, there's so many quests over there. Holy shit. Yeah, can I just, like, get this teleporter going real quick? Oh, that's some bullshit. But also, there's an ether current. Ugh. Trading away. What do you have for me? Don't get distracted. But I will, though. You have nothing for me. Alright. I have gemstones, though. The fates. That's right. Fates. I'm trying to remember what my auto run button is. I don't think I have one. I thought I did. It was not number locked, by the way. Alright, fuck, getting them out. It's... I don't know this one. Grass Petals, Blue Bird. It's not Knights of the Round. Because that would be the Rose Lander, I think. The Warring Lanner. Tree-like people native to Mericidia, the Lanners bore the seeds of the World Tree across the seas, planting the verdant forest that dot the realm today. Wait, this is Sephiroth? Is it? This isn't Sephiroth's. Well, I guess it wouldn't be Sephiroth. Because Sephiroth has a song that's very Power Man 5000s. It's like a straight rip. And I think that was an issue with litigation. So it's not in the mounts. The archive's right through this door, but it seems to be locked. I guess we'll just have to go and find whoever has a key. Or I can magic Growing Way enough. If you've not else to tell us of the final days, you need only say so. You can ill afford to be wasting time here, as you well know. Did you yourselves not tell us what we must act quickly? Yes, we did, but the moon was to be a perfect paradise for the people of Ethris, and we're running out of time to make everything ready for their arrival. We hope you see the wonders we have to offer, but you found nothing but faults and flaws in our work. Only one of you saw our potential, so the others must be kept here. What? Ah, so that's Living Way's game. Run us about in circles, and failing that, lock us away so we can't put the plan at risk. Everyone except Urion J. He understands what's at stake and what must be done. I fear misjudged us, Grogway. Neither have we decried the notion of using the moon as a means of escape. That said, my heart breaks at the thought of abandoning Etheris and her reflections to their doom. If there is a way to avert the final days, I wish to find it. We all do. We may fail, but our efforts would never be at the expense of your plans. But why would you take that risk? There's no room for ifs and maybes now. The people of Etheris will escape here to the moon. They'll be safe, and we'll finally get to see their happy, smiling faces. I'm sorry, but we can't let you leave. We just can't. Are you gonna really square up? Do what you must, but try not to hurt them. I'll be back in a moment. Don't do anything rash while I'm gone. It's a black mage, 2 scholars? Do you not know that I just killed Zodiark? If we dally, they'll overwhelm us with sheer numbers. I say we knock these ones out, split up, and make our way to the exit. Agreed. We must reconvene where Argos awaits outside. Alright. Yeah! 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 Or, like, you're 6 levels beneath me. The weakest minis somehow pose a problem. Yeah. Too strong. Am I really just gonna body some rabbits? You're doing 0 damage to me. Can we talk about this for a second? Alright, we're out. Gotta go. I have so much gear that's just useless to me. Well, I guess not for my other characters. My other characters could use it. Although maybe. There's like an armory buff. Oh, I can't walk on that thing? Hey, what's up, flopping way? What's up, wobbling way? Well, what is your job? What the hell is wobbling way's job? I don't know what a gold saucer is, but I want no part. Oh, they don't know about gambling. Someday I'll get a mentor status. Someday. Good, you're here. I was here to watch this palace and find Oriange. I have a warp point. Or just walk it. It's fine too, I guess. I mean, less cool, but it's fine.
And what, pray tell, do we seek at the Watcher's Palace?
There's a near pod mount? I can afford that if it's 300k.
You know full well why we're here. The time has come for you to return to Etheris and help your brethren prepare for their journey here and beyond.
Forgive me, Living Way, but I cannot in good conscience proceed with this.
Oh, it just came with 6.1? Oh, do I like hold the pod and it carries me? Or is it like a giant pod I sit on?
But what about the final days? The death and the doom? Oh, we have to hurry before it's too late.
Your unflagging commitment to your duty is endearing, to say the least.
Oh, bugger!
Be at ease. They bear you no grudge, nor do I. How could we, having come to understand your purpose? For millennia,
Ah,
you and
okay, so
yours
it's like the
worked
raid.
tirelessly towards the singular purpose of this heavenly vessel's construction. An arduous feat by any measure. It is clear you have spared no effort. Why, your very names are a testament to your dedication.
Our names? I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at.
Names are an expression of the self, a declaration of one's hopes and aspirations.
Oriange, could you explain the name Becky to me?
Your use of contemporary, uncomplicated nomenclature doth ensure clarity of purpose. There can be no doubt that your love for the people of Aetheris is boundless and pure.
Yes! Yes! A most mellifluous phrasing! We Loperids were born of Heideland's love for Aetheris. That shining, shimmering blue jewel, brightest star in the sky, brimming with life and possibilities.
It's gonna go kaput soon.
For as long as I can remember, I've toiled in anticipation of the day when this vessel might be needed. All I've ever wanted was to meet those she cherished so dearly, to serve and serve well. That goes for all of us, don't you see? So help us help them. Lead them here where we can keep them safe. If there's anything wrong with what we've built, we'll fix it. We'll make it right.
Diversify your... Get some spices. Paprika, at the very least. It's great. Just put it on anything.
Your works want not for repair. Yet there remaineth much for you to learn of men, and your own kin besides. Singing Way, thy name bespeaketh more than the simple marriage of rhythm and rhyme. The songs of Aetheris are beyond counting, and span the length and breadth of emotion. Maps are monuments to man's pioneering spirit and his devotion to charting the furthest reaches of our star. Many have devoted their lifetimes to exploratory pursuits, to venture unto the highest mountains and the deepest oceans in search of unknown frontiers. And thou, my friend, I do not think we've met.
What's your name?
My name is Puddingway.
Pudding is a fantastic food. It's meant to evoke childhood emotions and okay.
Yes, indeed. A name of deep and abiding significance, I'm sure, but one perhaps better communicated through delicious deeds than tasteless words. A judicious application of fey magics at a later juncture may be appropriate. And Living Way. 'Tis no easy feat to convey the significance of thy moniker. When I was a bookish boy, a dear friend of mine was fond of peppering me with questions as I read, to my occasional annoyance. One day, I posed to her a question of mine own. What doth it mean to live? After much contemplation, she proffered this answer. The anticipation of a half-read story's conclusion. The hope today's mistake may serve as tomorrow's lesson.
Damn.
The wish that a new acquaintance may one day call thee friend. She believed it to be all these moments and more.
I want to understand, but
I, too, still labor to find mine own answer. 'Twould be my pleasure to assist you and yours in embarking on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment.
But until we get moving, we're gonna discover that world's gonna go kaput. Don't give her like a flask. What is that? Is that a mana pot?
Ink as blue as
Oh.
the waters of Aetheris. Made in haste, though I assure thee, the quality has not suffered for it.
Oh yeah, where are the
People
twins at?
need not be persuaded by honeyed words. Nay, I have faith they shall do what is right in due course. Until they do, I beg your patience, friends. And with that ink, let us fill the empty pages of Living Way's compendium. An open exchange of ideas will surely afford you all a better understanding of modern man, and with it, ideas for improvements and renovation.
How far off is the world
But more
crumbling?
importantly, it shall empower us to together find a way forward.
No one's doing this with haste except for maybe some of the rabbits.
I hope you're right. Thank you for this lovely gift.
The world is ending. Should we get going?
There you have
I
it.
think at this point they're not sure.
I shall remain with the Loporrits to ensure that all is in order.
I guess we'll know if
Though
like
we must
meteors
needs
start
prepare
falling
for
from the
every
sky, right?
eventuality. You would all agree that the evacuation of our star is a last resort.
I mean, ask around. See if anyone wants to live on the
accept
moon.
failure is to accept the
I'd
demise
accept it.
not only of our star, but that of Reen's, of all reflections, and the souls that call them home.
So long as we get Graha T on the moon, I don't care about
Which is
anyone
why
else.
I have every faith that you shall fight to the last, that such drastic measures may prove unnecessary.
My cat man needs to
Should
live.
the worst come to the worst, and I pray deeply that it won't, I'll take comfort in knowing preparations were made under your watchful eye.
Aye, thou mayest be assured that if calamity cometh, not a soul will be left behind, if being the operative term.
Oh, is that my soul stone? No, that's the flower. That flower, how came it into your possession? Ah, Heidelin gave it to me. What do you mean? She can just do that? How very like her. Guided by its light, you may come to know her true intentions. Intentions which remain a mystery even to us. Hey, Khaleesi. Yeah, Graha is like the best. In our time, we called it Elpis. Would do well to remember the name. Backwards, it means Sipple. It's gotta mean something.
I hate to interrupt, but I feel like I need to make amends for all the secrecy.
Do you know how much we've lied to each other about stuff?
The most gracious of guests. Do convey our apologies to Growing Way and the others.
But of course! And when next we welcome more guests from Aetheris, we'll have learned to be much more hospitable hosts.
Maybe give them a bit of training, because I slapped them around.
Circling back to the matter of inappropriate secrecy, we ought to discuss our benefactors.
Agreed. The Charlayan Forum, yes?
Yeah, we kind of knew. It was very obvious.
What? How did you know?
It was really obvious.
The more I heard, the more obvious it became. The forum's aims align closely with those of your anonymous patrons. A telling coincidence would be an understatement. Though had we not taken it upon ourselves to peruse certain restricted tones in Labyrinthos, we might still be unaware of their plans.
Nah, even with that,
But let us continue
yeah, it's
this
fine.
discussion upon our return. I dare say we have kept Alphino and the others waiting long enough.
I need to get a new coat. Is there new glamour available? Is that narcissistic to ask? I want new fashion. To serve and serve well, though our knowledge may be lacking, their boundless love is blessing without peer. It will be no easy task to prepare them for what must needs be done, but gladly do I embrace this duty, even if it doth necessitate that we part ways for a time. Forgive me my absence, but I have the utmost faith in you and all of our fellow scions. When I return next to Ethris, I pray I find you all in good health and good spirits. We dipping out? Level 84 still. They remove the gender lock on some old gear. Yo, I can look hot. Return to the Tower of Babel. Our battle for our star will soon begin in earnest. We must be prepared. Oh yeah, the tower that was like brainwashing people. We still haven't like solved that. Van Daniel's still kicking around somewhere. I need to look around for new glamour. Didn't they introduce something that was meant to be... when I first logged in with 9.1, they introduced something. Like a pop-up said I can preview stuff. It's something about clothing and glamour, but I didn't read it. Because I just thought it was one of the starter pop-ups. Dreaming Station, yeah, what is that? Head back to Camp Broken Glass, deliver thoroughly to... Oh yeah, we gotta go back to Lucia. I speak not only of the contingent, of course, that the heads of state of every nation must know what we've learned. We know not when or where, or in what manner the final days will begin to manifest. So just the leaders. That seems like a bad choice, but that's fine. Oh, you can try on stuff from the store. Oh, I can't just like try on everything? How do I access the Dreaming Station then? The enchilatum? Oh, I forgot there's an enchilatum. Oh, I have to go to a bed? It's a literal Dreaming Station. Oh god, no, I will not be traveling that. Can I just fly? Oh! It's beautiful, but I will also just fast travel because it's better. Discovered that by accident? Okay. It's good to see you all again. No worse for your lunar adventure, I hope. Oh yeah, we went to the moon, I forgot. We've done what we can for now, and believe me, we intend to tell you all about it. Before we do, might you tell us what became of Garlemald in our absence? We succeeded in subduing the Tempest inside the Tower of Babel. We took many alive, but combined with those we were already in our custody, the number requiring care has grown exponentially. The inclement conditions have made it difficult, if not impossible, to treat them all here, so we've petitioned the aid of allied nations. Some are, understandably, hesitant to proffer assistance, particularly those that were but recently subject to imperial occupation. That said, several others have agreed to grant them refuge for treatment. With the assistance of your fellow scions, we endeavor to see them safely transported and subsequently cured for of the temporary. Will all the Tempest be relocated? Not all, no. We have sufficient shelter to tend to those whose treatment has begun, and enough healers have volunteered to remain until their patients have recovered. Julius is one such patient, though he is not yet fit to receive visitors. Truth be told, it was a miracle he had those in his company were not harmed in the chaos. If not for Alphino and Alice's timely assistance, I dare say none of them would be with us today. End of the twit. Well, this is a really just flat... In light of recent developments, have the Alliance leaders come to any decisions regarding Garlemald? Nope. Given the tremendous ramifications of what has happened here, it will take time to determine what must be done. In the meantime, they intend to work with the Eastern Alliance to keep a close watch over the provinces. We have other news to share. Shortly after Animal was defeated, received reports that each and every tower has vanished. Excuse me? The process was apparently not quite as violent as what you've experienced in Thavnair. Tribes within them have been rescued and receiving treatment. Beast tribes have been received instruction the magic needed to cure tempering. Master Toy is no doubt thrilled by the mother porks he affords her so many visitors. Grateful for ongoing efforts. As we continue, several members have been granted leave to return to their homelands. And of the twins, Lucy and I will remain along with the small force to continue offering aid. Very like, catch up. What are the moon and Salafaroy? There's a lot of shit. There's a lot. There's rabbits on the moon. They're really tiny and adorable, and they tried to fight me, but they sucked at it. You like carrots? Really hope you like carrots. The final days. The Alliance leaders must be told. Would you be willing to contact them in our stead? Must release your fellow scions from their present duties, that they may return to Charlene. I have spent finding a means to avert the coming apocalypse. Oh, I'm done with Garlemald for now. Alright. After your confrontation with Zodiac, you said Xenos took his leave, and in all likelihood he's returned here to Garlemald. I have a mind to dispatch scouts to try and ascertain his whereabouts, but first wish to ask if you believe there's merit in doing so. Well, if they found him, they're not alive. An admirable but futile endeavor. Xenos will have killed any scouts you send. I suppose if anyone's hunted him down, it must be you. Who else could even hope to bring low that monster? Yeah, let's go hunt down our man. The 10th Legion has made an official proclamation. It announced the Crown Prince and condemn his role in the Empire's downfall. His very title has become a source of shame among his former subjects. He's been declared as Xenos Viter Galvis, outcast and enemy of Garlemald. Vita sounds cool. Now his own people turn against him. Seems he's not. Oh yeah, Fandaniel. That's right. Fandaniel became part of Zodiark and then died. Got it. I forgot about that one. Oof, a lot of back and forth. Meanwhile, I need better fashion. The Baldesian Annex. Cool coat. I dig it. I don't have a mount here? Damn. I miss Charlene. It's good. It's been a really long time since I last played this game. This plane I've caused my own fair share of worry. Charlene called to me that day when he entered the Tower of Babel. Her pleas were faint but desperate. What came after feels like a dream barely remembered, or my body flowing through the life stream toward Garlemald. I was all aches and frostbite, exhausted of ether, so exhausted in fact I can only laugh, for it was in that moment I said Raha's weariness in the Tower of Zot. It prevented Zodiark from being unleashed upon the world. I was curious to know what else took place there on the moon. There's a lot. Yeah, it's very nice. It's very summery. Oh, to the main hall? I need to get better fashion. Grah! Oh, so, hey, what's up? How you doing? Sorry to keep you all. I forgot all of their voices. Not at all. We understand you've been quite busy. Will Urion J be joining us? Nah, he's busy doing some stuff. Duty keeps him away, I'm afraid, though Zeke can explain why better than I. Carrots, rabbits, moon, fake trees, mouse balls. That's a good synopsis, I think. Yeah, that was glowing golden dog. That's right, I forgot that one. The final days, as befell Amarot. And weird escape via the moon. What are the source sense reflections? I have no intention of standing by while the world falls to ruin. So, how do we stop this? Unfortunately, we have no answers at present. If the celestial currents have grown stagnant, as was the case in the time of Amarat, the solution would be to alter the flow of ether throughout the entirety of the star. The ancients accomplished this by summoning Zodiac, sacrificing half the star's population in the doing, but it should go without saying that such a sacrifice must not and cannot be repeated. We all agree, right? Which leaves us with the daunting task of identifying the underlying catalyst for the final days, a feat which even the Amarantines could not accomplish. Unfortunately, we found no clues in Mare Lamentorum. There is still much we do not know about the catastrophe itself, let alone what may have caused it. The final days were marked by the corruption of the Amarantines' creation magics, but we command no such power, which invites the question, what havoc is in store for us? If we knew that much, perhaps we could draw some parallel with the events of the past, and thereby form some semblance of a plan. Perhaps we should start with the Forum then. Having worked with the Loporits in secret all this time, there is surely more they can tell us. Hey, what's up? Forgive the interruption, but I've got urgent news! The Forum is holding a public assembly in the plaza outside. Some sort of announcement. They're gonna tell everybody of the rabbits, huh? What is Father up to now? There's only one way to find out. They're gonna announce the rabbits. They're gonna run in and be like, hey, have you seen Chicken Little? It's gonna go just like that. Sky gonna fall. Tiny animals. 1 + 1 = apocalypse. Wow, they're creepy when they're all dressed up. Oh, it's doing the Asian music. Give me Graha's outfit.
Order, order, I say.
Project.
I thank you all for gathering here on such short notice. This day we must speak of grave affairs and their implications for the future of Charlian, nay, of this very star. Said affairs concern all citizens, and so we have called for a public assembly. You may have heard rumors of the Talopheroi and the havoc these madmen wreak abroad. Under normal circumstances, we would pay little heed to petty disturbances outside our borders. The final days, however, are another matter altogether. For we dare not ignore these prophetic words of Eld. The Endbearers will come, ushering chaos and calamity. The final days descend and devour the very star.
Endwalkers.
I've never heard this prophecy.
Is it true? Will all that really happen?
It already has.
Calm yourselves. The time has come to speak of the Forum's most sacred duties. But first...
Give voice to the voiceless. Let bindings be unbound. By unanimous decree, I declare the enchantment broken.
Oh, that kept them from talking about all of the... Got it.
Master Leveilleur, if you would.
Very well. "270 years ago, our forebears began an expedition in the Dravanian hinterlands, in search of a route to access the ethereal sea. This much is public knowledge. Their findings, however, would become the Forum's most closely guarded secret.
Aliens. It's
What those
literally
researchers discovered
aliens.
in the hinterlands was not a passage unto the ethereal sea, but the very heart of our star, and Hydaelyn herself.
They found God.
She spoke to them of a calamity that would extinguish all life, and of a means by which we might be spared. The moon. 'Tis in truth a gargantuan vessel built to serve as sanctuary for her children and deliver them from this doom. Much like Nunkref's hope in ages past, it will bear the people of a world in the throes of death to a new home.
Needless to say, this will be no small undertaking. To facilitate the great work, the Forum has maintained close contact with the servants of Hydaelyn, who presently reside on the moon.
Who are
Convinced that the
small
foretold end
rabbits.
was all but inevitable, we began amassing a wealth of knowledge, not merely for the betterment of our nation, but in preparation for the journey to come.
You reveal this to us now? By the gods, how long do we have?
No one really knows. We don't. We
While
don't. We
cannot
don't know.
say with certainty, we believe the hour to be nigh. We received a transmission from the moon suggesting as much not long ago. Which is why we must in earnest begin preparations for the great exodus. For his impressive contributions and the leadership he demonstrated during our withdrawal from Dravania, we have elected Master Leveilleur.
He was there? Oh, they're elves, right? They live for a really long time. He's 250?
Fellow scribes and scholars, my countrymen, we face a threat of unprecedented scale. We must challenge the trials before us with composure and conviction if we are to find salvation. The wisdom of Sharlayan has ever been a shining beacon in the darkness, and so it shall continue to be. It is our solemn charge to see our heritage preserved for future generations. For those who will come after, we will brave a new frontier.
Are you preserving everybody or just Sharlayan? I feel like they would just save themselves. Fuck everybody else.
Administrative edicts will be relayed to all major institutions ere long. In the meantime, carry on with your duties. With that, I hereby call this assembly to a close.
Do you remember what Mother told us when we visited home? That it wasn't until after we were born that Father seemed to lose himself in his work. If that great work of his was the evacuation of this star, then...
Yes. It wasn't for his benefit.
It was for yours.
Would you mind waiting here a moment? I wish to speak with Father before we leave.
Yeah. Just, yeah, take time. It's not like the world is ending or anything.
Thank you. I shan't be long.
If it's all the same to you, I have a few choice words to share with Father as well.
Okay, when you put it like that, are you even allowed on the premises? Aren't you like oh wait, no, you're not allowed in your own home. That's right.
So, come to call us cowards and bid us join your fruitless battle against the inevitable.
Nay, we do not object to the Forum's proposal. On the contrary, those who wish to flee have every right to do so. Urianger is cooperating with your associates on the moon to ensure that all is ready should evacuation be our only recourse.
Then whatever your business, I suggest you be brief.
Tell them you love them.
Though we cannot boast the boundless wisdom of Charlian, we have first-hand knowledge of foreign cultures and have conversed with no small number of peoples. These experiences have taught us fundamental truths that cannot be recorded in any tome, nor charted on any map. The beating heart of this planet is its people, many of whom would give anything, even their lives, to protect the lands they love. Many may choose to join you in the end. But what of those unwilling or unable, for whom escape will never be an option? What would you have them do? To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, Father. It is indolence.
Are you still insulting him?
This is why we choose to fight.
We'll not ask for your understanding, Father. Only that you don't turn a blind eye to the good we have done. That we can still do. We're not children in need of protection. Hold fast to your principles and let the world burn if it please. But we believe there is still another way. And if there is, we will find it. You see if we don't.
God, like, just say you love him and move on. That's so aggressive. Passive aggressive, I guess.
Do as you will. Just stay out of our way.
That whole family's fucked up. That whole family is just silver tongues, man. Like daggers. Stab you with words.
Were he not so consumed with self-righteousness,
Except Alice, she'll just stab
he
you.
might tell you how proud he is of you both.
Bold words call for bold action. And there'll be no turning to your father should plans go awry.
As if I ever would. So long as there are those who wish to stay and fight for this star, we have to do what we can to help them.
And if we're to do that, we'll need to be well rested. Wouldn't you agree? And having triumphed over what we once thought to be the source of all evil, I can think of no one in greater need of at least a dozen winks.
I guess when you think about it, I technically caused the apocalypse.
Shall
That's
we
pretty
then?
metal.
To the annex. To prepare for tomorrow.
Oh, the world just ends overnight. I use the term star and planet interchangeably and it bothers me. Absolutely. And see, everyone on this star, you mean like the sun? There's no one there. Also, yeah, that's a star. This is a planet. Star, planet. Star, planet. There's still people like chilling. Kronos tells me the forum made a rather momentous announcement. Great exodus off the planet. Yeah. Picture of relief and regret. Why me? Ask myself, why me? Why us? Why now? Oh, that's a sick weapon. Wait, that was a dude hurrah wearing just a skirt. They'd really turned off the gender locks, huh? Fuck yeah. My chamber awakes. Wait, I'll retire to my chamber. Apparently there's a bot problem in Novice Network. Look at our spaceship, guys. Look at that shit. Whoa. Oh, we're starting to get it. We're starting to get visions of the final days. That means it's around the corner. Whoever could it be? Graha? Just immediate. Graha? Is that you? I didn't even read the rest of them. Yes! Wait, did I manifest that? Did I make that happen?
Oh, apologies.
Did I? Okay.
I didn't mean to. If you could spare a moment before bed.
No, it's cool. You're welcome on in to the room or the bed. Let's go.
Thank you.
I got burgers.
I fear this may be the last quiet night we have to talk.
It's Alexa you pick? Fuck yeah! Why was Estinian an option? That man doesn't care about me.
I am troubled of late. Unwarranted concerns, perhaps. I hope. Nevertheless, I feel compelled to share them with you. Though you have bested your enemies thus far, Xenos and even Zodiac, your victories have come at a considerable cost to yourself. No one is without their limits, and you are no exception. I worry the added weight of the final days will prove more than you can bear. It is surely too much for any one man. But you needn't bear it alone. Let me share your burden.
This is the most queer bait shit I've ever seen, and I love it.
Carrying capacity pales in comparison to yours, but I could still help. Shoulder the occasional satchel from your ever-growing mountain of, baggage.
This is adorable.
You have already done so much to help relieve me of mine own encumbrances. 'Tis only fair that I repay you in kind. Of course, it needn't be only troubles we share.
Like I said, I got burgers. There's sandwiches still left over from Shadowbringers.
Far between now, but there will come a time when we look back fondly on this journey. The inquiry at the Forum, our march through the snows of Garlemald, our impromptu dinner in this very room. All of it. And that is to say nothing of the journeys yet to come. To the ends of the world and beyond. But tomorrow will be no less busy than today, and I've kept you from your rest long enough.
He's adorable.
Sleep well, my friend.
Ah, shit! He called us friend. Damn it! Ah, son of a bitch. Steven's even pushing it. Well, the thing is, Graha's been flirting with main characters since, like, ever. Graha's a thirsty bitch. But he's shy about it. Dude from Heaven's... Horschiffon only liked us in, like, the Japanese dub. Horschiffon as a character was very boring and not a whole lot happening there. Oh, the leader? Oh! Sir Amrit. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. The blue... Yeah, blue armor, yep.
Thank the gods that tower is gone.
Sir Amrit was thirsty as fuck, too.
To make me sick.
But he's, like, really into Lucia.
Thank the Ilsebar contingent, more like.
Or, well, Lucia's
Word is,
really into him.
They fought their way into Garlemald and top of the bloody thing themselves. Not just the one, neither. All the towers have up and vanished.
I heard the same. Commander Aldin and his troops helped keep casualties to a minimum, too. true. They brought back tempered Garlean soldiers.
Yeah, because they're wounded.
As Commander Aldin tells it, they've a treatment for that now. But don't you worry. Cured or not, they've no plans to bring them into the city proper.
I see. Well, that's a relief then. I know we've brothers and sisters among the lot, but I can't say I'm eager to welcome them home.
Wanted to think about it for a while yet. They're to be looked after in Alagana for the time being.
Who are you? Who are you? Another Ascian? Son of a bitch. Meanwhile, in Ishgard... Nice hat. Oh, it's our boy!
Another day, another commission
Aaronville.
of paramount importance.
That's the guy who could spot us in the frog disguise.
Well, what have we here?
A drunkard. Don't worry about him.
Hey, are you all right?
Is he a fucking zombie? What's going on?
Was that? No. The shadows play tricks, nothing more.
Oh, so in the previous final days...
The towers are gone, and the Garlean threat is abated. Yet, why does it feel as though it's about to get much, much worse?
If I had to guess, with the previous final days, the Amarantines' creation magics were corrupted and ran amok. But since we don't have that, we're just ether. I would think that everybody's ether is going to start getting corrupted. Or the plague? That seems to be a thing. Is that Rods at Han? Did that just vanish? Is Rods at Han just gone now? Wait a minute. That's just gone. Sky's aflame. Oh, Zeke, I was just about to call for you. I'm afraid we've... Yeah. Main hall is going to you must join them at once. Not quite, though. I will retire to my room. 4. It's quite late. I do want to check out this dreaming thing. What? Dream fitting. Let your dreams run wild. Comfy feather bed. Dream fitting. Do do do. Do 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 do. Oh, it's not gonna do that thing?